Alright guys, welcome back. We got war number 4 in season 44, and we're starting off on path 3 with, we got Void, we got Viv here, recently taken up to rank 5, and that's going to pay dividends in this war. This first fight against Scorpion is really nothing special. Having the poison immune is nice to have because he does put poisons on you, but the whole node with the power burns, he has no armor ups, so the node is pretty much irrelevant. He has that Scorpion sense, and he evades my special too, which is a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. But we're just going to go right back in, parry and phase, nice little phase there. And it's really not such a big deal. I know I should just pay more attention to his Scorpion sense, but it's okay. We can just get a bunch of nice damage there with the unblockable special ones, and even with the Scorpion sense there, it doesn't activate. And one more time, he does get a little combo on me, not the end of the world. It's just a bit of potions, which ends up being a big problem later. But for now, we get off the special 2, and I think that's just about it for Scorpion. Next up is Longshot, and we had Longshot last war we took with Cassie. Here we can take with Void. Void is Incinerate immune, so if we do get stuck with a special 2, then we're okay. But Void as a global attacker is an absolute beast here, so we don't have, as long as we get our knockdowns, we apply the slow, so even if we do get a buff on us from the dex from the evades, if he does trigger the unstoppable, we don't have to worry about it. So I was just focusing on getting off those heavies and knockdowns, bait the special 1, and repeat. Nothing really too exciting. And with Void, as we're doing all that, we're putting debuffs on him. He's taking damage for each debuff on him, so the slow helps with that as well. And we're just doing a ton of damage here. The withers also help. He's just melting away. We really aren't even hitting him that much, like 20 hits, and he is already down to, 15% now. So he's just melting away. We just bait that special 1 while he continues to melt. So Void is just an absolute monster for this tactic. There he had an unstoppable, didn't matter, we had the slow there. Next up, this is where I get, it's very hard to remember every single ability in every single champion. And I forgot that Shuri can block unblockable specials. So the usual shenanigans with Viv, and this node has a regen, is all about the regen, so we want to get our heal blocks on. And Viv is great for Shuri because if you play the phasing properly, and you keep making sure you finish every phase with a combo, so it basically resets your phase, then I can keep, every time I parry, instead of the parries not working because you can't parry non-contact attacks, but I can phase them and get my openings. So I was feeling pretty good early on here, but I go for my first special, and then I go for another one after she's blocked, and she doesn't block that, and now it kind of throws my whole system in, and there, when I went to attack through the phase, she threw a heavy, which put her phase mechanic or unblockable mechanic, and at this point it messes up my combo. Even there I should have gone for a full combo there, and there I miss my opening on the heavy. At this point I'm kind of messed up. I go for another special thinking, okay, I can hit her with an unblockable, then I'm like, oh, there must be something in there where she can block unblockable attacks. Now I have to try and get my opening again, and now I'm backing up, I'm triggering the regen, she's healing up, and I am not gaining any health. So this is looking pretty bad at this point. There I get off my special 1 without her blocking, and I'm just going to make sure that I get a clean opening to throw my special. So there, she's going to throw that special too. I try to evade a last bit, still taking chip damage here. I finally give myself a proper opening, but again, she throws that heavy attack into my phase, which messes up my stuff here. I managed to get off a special 2, so that's not so bad. Then another special 1 on the block, but this block damage is adding up fast, and I just can't, I'm worried I'm going to lose out on it. So there, I get my special 1 off, and we get out of that fight. We lose all our health. We're going to have to heal up later because I have another fight that I'm going to take. And so that was kind of a pain in the butt. Next, we've got Buffet Overtime, Arc Overload, Jessica Jones. We're going to go into a Global Attacker with a Void. Now, I should be able to parry heavy to get the slow on, but it did not appear to be applying. You can see that first one there doesn't apply. I don't know if there's a possible reduction of, like ability accuracy reduction from Jessica Jones, but there I get my Petrify. Eventually, I do get the second, like, intimidating debuff, which is also the slow, which is slow as well, but there I don't know if that knockdown is just from me using my special one. It doesn't appear to be from the actual node itself, but I just keep playing and hoping that it's going to work out, trying not to get any buffs on myself at the same time. And as long as I don't get too many buffs on myself, then I can also, it's going to get nullified right away in exchange for Buffet. So I'm going to see if there's a chance that Jessica Jones goes unstoppable. But she also has her regular unstoppable as part of her kit. So I was just kind of worried at this point that, but now I do have both slows on. So you can see there was two slows at that time. So I felt a little more comfortable that it was actually going to work. So there, I can't reverse her healing completely, but I can manage to keep her heal blocked, and that's key. So here, again, I mess up there a little bit on my timing, but I do get the slow back on. We do reapply it again. So now I feel comfortable that she's not going to go unstoppable. Not quite sure what happened at the beginning. Don't know if it was an ability accuracy business, but that's fine. She does go unblockable here because she got too many regens, so I just have to back off. Even though I tried to evade that, I take a little bit of her end of her special one to the face. And there we go. Down goes Jessica Jones. So very happy with how it ended up playing out. Next, we're going to go on to the junior account. We got Path 1, we got Cassie, Absorbing Man, and Wiccan. The first node here is Wiccan with the regen node. I'm not really too concerned about the regen. I'm more just concerned that I have no buffs, so Wiccan can't really get too much Incinerate on me. He does have the one, but at the same time, the Withers are going to reduce the any damage over time that I'm taking, so that's not so bad at all. And we're just going to go ahead, throw that special one, keep forcing him into throwing his specials, and we're putting the slow on, so that works out great. So there's really nothing to worry about on this node at all. No buffs, no problem for this global tactic. So as long as I can handle the healing, which again I can pretty much stop the healing with all my debuffs and power stings and withers, easy fight with Cassie. Next up, we've got Man-Thing that I took last time with Sandman and screwed up because it was pretty rough. But I did say in that fight, if I had Cassie, it would be a lot easier. I did speed it up because it takes a little while to get through it, but I'm able to shrink down, get the heavy off, which puts on the slow, and then I don't have to worry about any unstoppables. I also don't have to worry about it because I have no buffs, which makes it even easier. I do get clipped by that special one, but at this point, I can just shrink down to get my openings. So it's really not so bad at all. I have so many debuffs on between the Withers and the Power Stings, the Slow, the Taunt, that even though I can't reverse the healing, I can manage it very easily. He does get his slow still on his heavy attack, but once, he still gets the unstoppable on his heavy attack. And I do get clipped a couple times for that stupid special one, but I got to get better at that because it is a very... when I'm close, it's much easier to time it. I find when I'm far away, it almost lasts a little bit longer than you think it's going to. He doesn't want to come into me while I'm shrinking a little bit, so I have to be really careful. But again, close style. If I stay close to him on that special one, then it's not so bad. But really here, I'm not too worried at all. I can just keep putting on, trying to get as many power stings as I can on, and let his, and then we go for a nice big special 2. Couldn't get all the crits, but still, pretty big hit on the special 2 there. And now we're up to like 20 power stings. As long as we can keep him throwing specials there, unfortunately, didn't want to go into my heavy there. So we lose a bunch of them, but again, I'm just playing it safe. I'm really not too concerned. It's not nearly as bad as that Sandman one, so here, this one works really well. Another nice counter on the special one. We're going to combo into special 1, get the Tauntaun, make him keep throwing those, keep applying those power stings, and it's not so bad. I'm sure I could have played this one a lot better, but at this point I was just happy that it was going nice and safe and not a real issue with Cassie whatsoever. Next up in section 2, we've got this Captain America Sam Wilson, and he's got thorns, and he's very annoying when he has his armor ups. So I think I had done this one in the old meta before, where you bring in Absorbing Man, you stay in the shock and bleed mode, and there he does auto block my special 1 there, but then once I get my refined Black Uru form, I am going to be like unblockable, which is going to help me against throwing those special 1s even when he has a couple armor ups. So it's really not too bad. It's a bunch of don't let him get to a special 2, so keep him at special 1s, and just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. I did speed up the fight also for this one because it was a little slow. Get some nice big crit on that heavy attack. And then for the most part, again, he does clip me there, but that's not so bad. Take a little bit of chip damage, and then go right back into taking him out. So Absorbing Man, excellent job here against Sam Wilson. So again, plus we're in the refined form here. So there, I could go medium, light, medium now, even if I want to top up my health. But I don't really need to at this point. I just want to get him down. It's slow but safe. So really happy. Again, it's lots of glancing on his because of the armor ups, but it's really not so bad. With Absorbing Man, he is a beast. So wait out one more special 1 from Sam Wilson, and that should do it. There we go. Next up, we've got a SpiderMan Supreme, and again with Cassie, no buffs, no problem, so we don't have to worry about his invisibility at all. We can immediately just parry and hit it into him, no problem. We don't. Mediums are totally fine. They're not going to trigger any of his annoying invisibility. So really with Cassie, she's like a solid hard counter to SpiderMan Supreme. So I didn't have to speed this one up. It goes down pretty fast. Again, block the special 1, immune to buffs, really not a problem. Again, he doesn't want to come in attack me while I'm charging that heavy, but that's okay. There again, we'll just go get the special 1. Let him throw another one, and it's not an issue at all for Cassie here. Very easy fight with Cassie for SpiderMan Supreme. I'd say Cassie and Titania would be excellent for the Spider-Man. So it's always fun when the rank 5 Cassie gets to put in a lot of work. So there we go, that one's down. Next we get some mini boss action. We've got an America Chavez here. And this one here, ebb and flow knockdown, right back at it, aggression prowess. Very annoying, but because Cassie's a global attacker, withers actually are like the only thing that removes America Chavez's dimensions. So if she throws a heavy, and you can see she would normally be in the negative zone, but because we apply a wither, it removes it. And so anytime and one of the most annoying things you can get from America Chavez is an AI that keeps throwing heavy attacks, and she keeps getting her dimensions on you, because if she gets a few of the negative zones, then she'll start getting the second one and the third one, and if she gets that second one, then all damage is like reflected back onto you. So that's very annoying. So even here, even if I do trigger a bunch of heavy attacks, the withers are going to remove it right away. Or not right away, but she does get some debuff immunity when I knock her down. So it is a fine balance on this one. If you need to knock her down to remove the protection, but when you remove the protection, you also give her some debuff immunity, which means she has an opportunity to get some of those dimensions, like she is right now, but then the wither is going to remove it. So it's a really a fine balance here, and I can't really rely too much on I can't rely really on my power stings at all, because every time I knock her down, she's going to go debuff immune, and there's going to be no power stings. So all I can really do is rely solely on just out damaging her, throw as many specials, get as many hits in on as I can. Again, she is going to get a little bit of a willpower healing when I do put the withers on, but again, it's just going to the fight is working out just fine. I'm like a minute and a half, almost a minute and a half in, and we're almost done. So still 2.5 minutes to go. Nice special 2 there, and as long as I can just manage her special 1s, not push her to special 2, ideal. That's the ideal rotation here, is just letting her throw special 1s. And Cassie puts in the work. So it's when I do knock her down, I do get a 40% like attack boost from the node. So every time I do knock her down, my base hits are just doing a lot more damage. So that's really nice. So again, we're just going to try and keep knocking her down, get that passive fury, and then throw the hits in there, get into assassin's range, and we're doing pretty well here. So really not concerned at all from this America Chavez. Cassie again did a spectacular job here. So one more combo, and that is it. Next up is Wong, and again Cassie's going to put in great work for this Wong mini. It has one eye open, so I don't want to parry Wong at all. Plus, when Wong throws his first heavy attack, he gets that unstoppable. So here we're going to immediately shrink down and go for the slow on. They're going to get the slow from the global on the heavy. So in theory, I could have at this point booked. I could have baited another. I could have baited a heavy attack without worrying about the slow. But even still, yeah, right there he throws it, and it's really not an issue at this point. Once again, to have 1 bar of power, I just want to keep hammering him with combos into special 1. Throw the taunt on there. Need to keep knocking him down in order to do damage, but don't want to parry at all. So we're basically playing this one stun immune, and really not an issue. The first couple times he threw the special 1, I wasn't really shrinking down to counter it, which I really probably should have, and eventually I realized I can just get the timing down. I was a little nervous to do it right away, that I didn't want to mess up the timing on holding the heavy, and also want to make sure that I'm topped up on my like heavy counter there, like the charges on the top left, which is at 300, and when you charge it, it goes down. So I just want to make sure that I always have enough there. Now I'm at full, so I think at some point there I shrink down there as he comes in order to counter it. And again, we're going to go full combo to make sure that we, nice little intercept there into a special 1, knock him down, remove the protection, and he throws the special with the power stings. Nice little shrink down again, and yeah, just let him keep throwing those special 1s. Power stings keep doing their work, and he's going to think I tried to shrink down here and remove the protection one more time, and there, nice little power sting damage to end it. Then here was this future Ant-Man. Now I'm sorry I lost the recording, or I didn't get the recording. Viv works really well here, but I totally blanked. You can see he only has like, I died and had to revive here because I completely forgot that either I have to throw intercepts to remove his armor ups, or I have to stagger my hits in order to not put them on, like medium, parry, heavy, medium, parry, heavy. So if I stagger my hits here, then there's really no issue. I'm immune to nullify, so I don't have to worry about the power snack, and I don't have to worry about his power at all. So I can just play this one safe now. So I'm just staggering my attacks, limiting the armor ups, because when he gets over 5, and I wasn't paying attention to this, when he gets over 5, he can parry you. And there, unfortunately, my parry did not work at all. So that was frustrating. There's also a power sting on this node to be aware of, that when you get to like a bar of power, you're going to have the power sting. So here I'm just waiting for that power sting to disappear. And of course, my parry didn't work there. There I get the nice phase. And I think I don't have I don't have a power sting on me, so I'm trying to remember if there I go for the special 2, because I was going to go for a special 3, but he power drained me a little, which is perfect. Let me put the special 2 on, and then I can get some nice big special 1 damage as long as the power sting isn't on me. So I felt pretty good about this fight. I just didn't realize that he can stun you when you hit him above 5 armor ups. Now I know he's been in the game for a little while, but I always played him with Magneto, and I basically just ignored his his abilities altogether. So here he was at 5, but I was unblockable at my special 1, and it took him out, so it wasn't so bad. So I was pretty happy with how that went in the end, but disappointed that I screwed up the first time. It was pretty ugly. I basically just hit into him like crazy and just got stunned and comboed into oblivion. Next, we've got a Hulkling here with Wiccan, and we've taken this in the old meta before a bunch of times. We'll go with the Power Start 1 and go with a light ending combo with a special 1 with the neutralized with the extended duration. Then we're going to make sure that we go medium ending combo, then we'll go light ending combo into special 1 again, and you can see at this point all of his buffs are turning into incinerates instead, and he is just melting away there. I did get the falter on me for a second, so I just had to make sure I paid attention to that, but most of the time it's not gonna be on me, and really I can just watch him melt, and he disappears quite quickly. So I think it's like less than a minute and he is going to disappear. So very nice fight from Wiccan, always doing his normal things, and that is it for this war. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.